For 7.3, we're going to start working on story problems, and we need to remember that mystery number with percents is 100. Every time we have a percent, that is 100 out of 100. So here we have Josh took a test that had 40 questions. He scored 90%. How many questions did he get correct? So first of all, we just need to analyze this, and we're going to pull out the percent. We know that this is 90 out of 100. And we know that he took a test and the test has 40 questions, right? The whole test, the test has 40. That is the total, right? I'm going to put a T by that so I remember that that is my total. So we want to answer this question. The part is what? So we're looking for what he got correct. We're looking for the piece. So we don't know this part yet, but we know it's out of 40 questions. So something out of 40, we got 90%. So let's set up our problem. So we need our labels. We want the part and the total. And now we know he got 90%. So we're going to put that at the end, 90, and we know it's out of 100. We know the total was 40. If he got 40 out of 40, he would have had 100%. But he didn't. He only got 90. So we need to figure out what did he get. So now I don't know how to perfectly get from 40 to 100, right? 40, 80, 120. So instead, I'm going to crisscross times. So 4 times 9 is 36 with 2 zeros. So we're going to add those on. And then we have this 100 over here. We're going to divide by 100. So we need something above the 3, 6, 0, 0. So 100 can't go into 3. It can't go into 36, but it can go into 363 times, which is 300. 100, 200, 300. 60 left over. Bring down the 0. 100 goes into 600 6 times. So our answer is 36. He got 36 questions correct. So he got 36 questions correct to answer that. Now we also have this question over here. How many questions did he get incorrect? So knowing this, we can also know the opposite of that. So he missed 10%, but it doesn't ask the percent. It wants questions, right? These are questions. This is the percent. So questions, he got 36 out of 40. So the leftover is he got 4 questions incorrect. We can see that here. So knowing this, we can also do the opposite of that as well. All right, let's try another one. Wyatt got 15 questions correct on a test. He scored 60%. How many questions were on the test? So we're going to break up our question. Always look right. I know this. 60 out of 100. There's my percent. He got 15 questions correct. So that's the part he has. And it wants to know the questions on the total test. So we're looking for the total because this is the part that he got. So we're going to set up what we know. So the part is 15 out of what? 15 out of what is 60%? So we have our problem here. We're setting up our labels, the part and the total, or the percent and the total. We know he had 60%, so we're putting that at the end here. 60 out of 100. He only got 15. He got 15. This is what he had, right? But we don't know what it was out of. That's what we're looking for. Now, there's a couple of things we can do here. So first, we're going to check. So this time we're going backwards, right? We're trying to look for this one. Do I know how to get from 60 to 15? If I'm counting by 15s, will I get to 60? 15, 30, 45, 60. That was 4 times. So I could actually divide by 4, and I could take 100 and divide it by 4. That's quarters. 4 quarters. Each quarters were 25. So this should be 25. Now, if you don't know your 15s, that's okay. We could crisscross multiply. 15 times 100 is 1500. And then we can divide it by 60. So I need something above the 1, the 5, the 0, and the 0. So 60 can't go into 1, and it can't go into 150. If I'm counting by 60s, it's just like counting by 6s at a 0, right? 60. 12 with the 0 is 120. So that goes in there 2 times, which is 120. There's 30 left over. 6 goes into 35 times, right? So 60 goes into 300 5 times. So either way we do it, because we set it up correctly, we got 25 is the total. So our total is 25 here. Now, because we know this, we also know the opposite of that. This question says, what percent of the questions did he get correct? So we know we got 60% correct. To get from 60 to 100 takes 40 more. So he got 40% of the test incorrect. So there we go. Every time, find your percent. Decide in your story problem, is this a total or is this the part to finish setting up your problem? Let's go ahead and spend a few minutes coloring that in. Some keywords, the parts, the totals, to help you remember how to set those problems up.